Okay, so as most of you know, we've had our girls, and we were 35 weeks, 3 days, and they came out C-section, no NICU time, and I was in the hospital from Friday night, the 29th, to Monday the 1st, and the girls just had a little bit of issue with oxygen in the very beginning. They only needed like a minute or two of oxygen help just to get them going. And so we've been out now for the girls are now 10 days old, and we've been out of the hospital a whole week. Of course, last week was filled with doctor's appointments, and for them and for myself. C-section healing went really well, although this time around I got the baby blues really bad. So baby blues, yeah, it's not postpartum depression, at least not yet. It can lead to that. So I just wanted to do a vlog on that and kind of talk about it a little bit. So when we were in the hospital, I did have a moment where, because my husband had been in and out, because of course we have a 2.5-year-old as well. So even though we had the nurses and stuff, I'm one of those people that doesn't like to ask for a lot of help from the nurses. So I was trying to do everything on my own, which is kind of dumb. Don't do that, by the way. If you need to take the nurse's help, take the nurse's help. That's the reason that they're there. And don't feel guilty about it either. Your girls aren't, or your children aren't going to remember that in the end. They're always going to know you as their parents. It doesn't really matter. And I had that same issue when I had my son too. But while we were in there, I did have an episode where I hadn't gotten any sleep for probably a good 24 hours. So we ended up having the nurse go ahead and take both the girls and everything, and I broke down and cried and cried and cried and cried and felt like I wouldn't ever stop crying. And then I think that's when it really started, because ever since then I've just been really super emotional. So this whole last week was filled with me, because my husband had to work right away. He couldn't really take any time off. So Monday we come home, Monday night. Tuesday he goes to work at 2:30 in the afternoon and doesn't get off till 11 at night. So I'm here by myself for 8 hours of the day. Of course, Tuesday and Wednesday I had my mom. She came and helped us out. Well, she stayed. She came Monday night and stayed Tuesday and Wednesday and helped us with the girls, which was nice. But then she had to leave because she had to work. So basically, it was when my mom was here, I felt fine because I had somebody else I could talk to, and which was really nice. And then of course my sister did come over, but then when my sister would leave, she'd leave at like around 8:30. She's got her kids too. So then I'd be by myself for only a couple hours. And if I get emotional, just a side warning, if I get emotional during this video, I do apologize, because I am right now still kind of emotional. So I would start crying for no reason, just all of a sudden just burst into tears, and of course nobody else is in the room with me, and that's probably half of it. So, hold on a second, that's my husband. Hello? Okay. Alright, love you. Bye. Okay, so that was my husband. He's just letting me know that because he decided to take all 3 kids. So he took the girls and our son, and they're going to watch, he's got 2 kids from a previous marriage, and so he went and is taking them all to go watch his older son practice football. And so he was calling me to let me know he got there. Anyway, so I would just cry at the drop of a hat. And the next day, after the first night of doing that, while my husband was home, I kind of had, I'm not going to say a hissy fit, but I had a little breakdown right before he left for work, because I didn't want him to go. And so, and it's not so much that there's a reason for it, it's just all your hormones are just raging. Breastfeeding keeps your hormones going. And I haven't really been taking my prenatals like I'm supposed to, because while you're breastfeeding, they tell you to take your prenatal still, and I really haven't been doing that. So that could be part of the issue. Another issue could just be that, there was an upset in my schedule. So I know that my schedule before was me laying in bed. How weird is that? I was ready basically to be able to move around, and now that I can, I'm kind of upset because I don't know what's going to happen day to day. Even though the girls are pretty much on a schedule, they sleep for the whole day, and I have to wake them up every 3 hours. So that way they eat. So, but I've learned that although the baby blues can be very, very hard, it's not the end of things, and you definitely don't want to keep yourself locked up somewhere to release it. It's better to release it in front of people. It's better to be around people. It's better to talk about it. It made me feel better to talk about it with my husband, to talk about it with a good friend. I did that as well. I called, my friend called, she called me, I didn't call her, but while I was on the phone with her, I told her about it, and it made me feel a whole lot better afterwards. But every day is a different stepping stone, and just because you feel good one day doesn't mean that you'll feel good the next. And it's not necessarily because of physical things, because physically I'm fine. I've basically healed from the C-section, and although a lot of people are surprised at that, I wasn't. I knew that I would heal fairly quickly from it. And so I'm really not dealing with any pain from that. I'm just dealing with the side effects of giving birth to 2 girls and being a mom of twins and a toddler and thinking about the future when really I need to be taking things step by step, day by day. But having the baby blues isn't something that I'm ashamed of. And it's not something that I really have even thought about hiding. When I was pregnant with Sebastian and I had him, I thought about not letting anybody know. But this time around, it's more of, I've got the baby blues. That's just what it is. And you gotta kind of work harder at making sure it doesn't turn into something worse like postpartum depression. And postpartum depression is nothing to be not upset about having, but nothing to be ashamed about having, because a lot of women get it. And I hope that I don't need to. I hope that I don't get it. So I just wanted to post that, baby blues is not anything to be ashamed of. It's something that's natural, and it comes with most women do end up having some type of baby blues afterwards. And just hope and pray that it doesn't get any worse than just that, because I want to be able to enjoy my girls, and I've noticed that I really haven't taken a lot of photos of them or videos, which, of course, this last week, they've only been out of the hospital a week, so essentially we've been busy going back and forth to doctor's appointments. I've been trying to feed them, and they don't really stay awake all that long, so it's kind of like the pictures I'm taking are on my cell phone. They're not real pictures, and I should take pictures of them. Probably make me feel better too. But I just wanted to take a minute because my husband took the girls and Sebastian and to give me a little break, and I'm like, how do I use this break? What am I supposed to do? So basically I am just going to post this video, and then I'm going to do some mommy stuff, which is basically cleaning. So I just want all the women out there to know that baby blues is nothing to be ashamed of, and that even if you have to find a stranger to talk to, or if you have to go on a forum and talk to somebody, it's better than not talking to anybody at all, because you don't want to shut yourself off from the world. So if you have any questions about the baby blues, or if you want somebody to talk to you, feel free to email me, or yeah, you can email me, and I'd be glad to talk with you, because everybody could use a friend all the time, not just every now and again. Alrighty, so thanks for watching.